Welcome back to the channel. What if I told you that a single penny, a humble 1-cent coin from 1977, could be worth more than a luxury yacht, a sprawling mansion, or even a private jet? That somewhere in the vast ocean of American currency lies a tiny copper piece that collectors and investors alike whisper about with reverence and mystery, a coin not just of monetary value but of deep historical, cultural, and numismatic significance. This isn't just a myth. It's the story of the 1977 USA 1-cent coin, a coin that has stunned the numismatic world with its rumored face value of a staggering $32 million. At first glance, it seems impossible. How could a coin, minted by the billions, rise to such legendary status? But like many remarkable stories from history, the answer lies in rarity, mystery, and the deep appreciation of detail that only the most dedicated coin enthusiasts can fully grasp. To understand how such a modest coin could command such incredible attention and value, we must begin at its origins. The year 1977 was a peculiar time in American history. The country was shaking off the tumultuous residue of the Vietnam War, navigating the economic ripples of inflation, and staring straight into a changing political and cultural landscape. Jimmy Carter had just taken office as the 39th President of the United States, promising honesty, transparency, and a fresh start for a weary nation. Disco fever ruled the airwaves, Star Wars made its cinematic debut and revolutionized pop culture, and the average American could fill their gas tank for under $1. Amidst this whirlwind of transformation, the U.S. Mint quietly continued its duty, producing coins for commerce, one of which would become the subject of mystery, fascination, and immense value. The 1977 penny, like its siblings from the surrounding years, featured the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on its obverse, a design that had remained since 1909, commemorating the centennial of Lincoln's birth. The reverse side continued to bear the Lincoln Memorial, an image introduced in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of his birth. Struck in copper and zinc, this penny was part of a series that saw billions in circulation, yet within that mass production lies the key to its extraordinary value: anomalies, errors, and stories that set specific specimens apart. Collectors often search for what is called a unicorn coin, something so rare, unique, and conditionally perfect that it defies the norms of its denomination. For the 1977 penny, that unicorn status comes from a perfect storm of minting quirks, pristine condition, and unconfirmed but compelling rumors of extremely rare prototypes or error coins that somehow escape the usual checks and balances. According to accounts whispered in online numismatic forums and collector meetups, there are possibly fewer than 5 known 1977 pennies with a double die obverse, extremely sharp strike, and a unique composition that may differ slightly from the regular copper alloy, possibly due to test strikes or transitional errors. These versions of the coin, once verified, can command astronomical prices due to their extreme rarity and the intense interest they generate among elite collectors. One such penny was reportedly discovered in an estate sale in Ohio in the early 2000s. According to the seller's granddaughter, the coin had been kept in a locked wooden box since the late 70s, passed down from her grandfather who worked briefly at the Philadelphia Mint. The coin was initially dismissed as just another old penny, but after submitting it to a third-party grading service, it was found to be in nearly perfect condition with curious anomalies that sparked interest from high-end dealers. The story made ripples in the collecting community, leading to offers from private collectors in the millions, though the coin was never publicly auctioned. That singular mystery helped feed the growing legend of the 1977 penny and its potential hidden treasures. But what drives a coin to be valued at $32 million? In numismatics, as in fine art, provenance and rarity reign supreme. A coin's value increases exponentially when it combines historical relevance, minting errors, pristine condition, and an air of mystery. The 1977 penny ticks all these boxes for those who believe in the legends. In addition, the cultural zeitgeist of the 1970s plays a crucial role. Owning a piece of that era, especially one tied to such an iconic American symbol as Lincoln and minted during a time of change, adds to its perceived value. Collectors don't just buy metal, they buy stories, significance, and the status that comes with owning something truly unique. Even more interesting is the way that technological advancements in coin authentication have given new life to old coins. What may have been overlooked for decades in dusty drawers or piggy banks is now being re-examined under powerful microscopes and spectral analysis machines. These tools can detect inconsistencies in alloy composition, striking pressure, die alignment, and more. It's this scientific approach combined with a bit of old-school detective work that sometimes turns an ordinary penny into a multi-million-dollar discovery. Then there are the conspiracy theories, for those inclined toward the more mysterious side of history. Some believe that a batch of experimental coins in 1977 was struck using a prototype alloy intended to replace the traditional copper composition, possibly even a bronze-zinc hybrid. These experimental coins, never intended for public release, may have been accidentally or intentionally circulated in minute quantities. If such a story holds any truth, and if one of those prototypes has been discovered and authenticated, it could indeed justify an astronomical price tag. There's also talk of a single 1977 penny allegedly struck at the San Francisco Mint, something not officially recorded, adding yet another layer of mystery to the legend. The influence of media and viral content has further amplified the coin's legend. Social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube have helped turn numismatics into a digital age treasure hunt. Videos showing someone discovering a valuable coin in their loose change drawer can rack up millions of views overnight, sparking renewed interest and turning everyday people into amateur coin sleuths. The 1977 penny has become a favorite topic in this space, often featured in lists of coins to look for, with dramatic reenactments of life-changing discoveries. While many of these videos exaggerate for entertainment, they've nonetheless elevated public interest and increased the odds of someone stumbling upon a valuable specimen. In auction houses around the world, high-grade 1977 pennies, even without the legendary anomalies, have fetched surprising prices. A mint state red version graded MS67RD by a top grading authority can go for thousands due to its rarity in such pristine condition. But the whispers of a singular, uncirculated, error-laden specimen with an unconfirmed mint origin, those are the coins that collectors dream of, the kind that push valuations into the tens of millions. And this dream is fed further by private sales, where prices are often undisclosed, rumors abound, and collectors pay premiums for exclusivity and bragging rights. The market for such rare coins also mirrors broader economic trends. In times of uncertainty, hard assets like precious metals and rare collectibles become more appealing. The ultra-wealthy, looking to diversify their portfolios or preserve generational wealth, often turn to rare art, cars, and yes, coins. The 1977 penny has found a strange new identity as both historical artifact and alternative investment, capable of bridging the worlds of passion and profit. For those who possess one of the rumored rare variants, it's not just a coin, it's a tangible piece of American history, an object that ties together economy, identity, and legacy. Of course, most 1977 pennies are worth only face value, maybe a few cents more if in good condition. The billions minted at Philadelphia and Denver ensure that it remains one of the most common coins in circulation. But hidden within those billions, there's always the chance that something extraordinary could be discovered. That chance is what fuels the treasure hunt. It's what makes people examine their spare change a little more closely. It's what keeps the legend alive. So, what does it take for a humble penny to be worth $32 million? It takes a unique combination of history, mystery, condition, rumor, and the willingness of someone with deep pockets to believe. But perhaps more importantly, it takes imagination. The kind that turns the ordinary into the extraordinary. The kind that fuels collectors, historians, and dreamers alike. And if you've made it this far, maybe you too are one of those dreamers. Maybe you've got a penny jar sitting somewhere in your house, waiting to be explored. Maybe the next time you receive change at the grocery store, you'll glance down and notice the date, 1977, and wonder if you've just been handed a ticket to numismatic legend. If you enjoyed diving deep into the unbelievable history and hidden value of the 1977 USA 1-cent coin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a story that could change the way you see the world, one coin at a time.